Okay. Hey, everyone. Welcome to GVN Interviews. My name is Mike Vaughn, and today I'm talking to director Brandon Espy about his short film, Mr. Crocket, which you can see right now on Hulu as part of their bite-sized Halloween collection. So first off, thank you for taking the time to talk to me.
Oh, thanks for having me, Mike. I was looking forward to this one.
Yeah. So I gotta say, amazing short film. Like, probably like one of my favorites of the entire collection.
Oh man, I appreciate that. I had a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah, some of it I was like watching like this.
Good.
Yeah, so jumping right in, where did the idea for this short film come from?
It came from my son. I got two boys, a 4-year-old and a 1-year-old, and my 4-year-old is insane. He's like overactive. His energy is always on 100. Doesn't make any sense sometimes. Like he tires like his other friends out, who may be even older than him. So he was the inspiration, and also whenever he does like a certain media, he gets so attached, like so obsessed, to where it's like you can't even get his attention. And so a lot of times we do get into these scenes. Like this is not like a scene that is uncommon. Like this is almost like every morning getting ready for school is like the summer and major scene in the living room. And so heavy inspiration from that. And then one night I just thought, like, I remember I paused. It was Blippi. And so he was like the initial inspiration because my son got crazy obsessed over him. And I paused him one time, and when I went to sleep, I was like, damn, what if Blippi went after me? Because I definitely went in on my son right then before. So that was like the pure inspiration with my son. So
yeah, and it's such a simple yet very effective idea, and a springboard. Now, Mr. Crocket, was he modeled after anybody else specific, or is it just sort of a pastiche of all these like hosts?
I say Mr. Rogers was a heavy inspiration, Blippi as well. As far as like the sweater vest and like the bow tie attire, I try to lean a little bit towards like Freddy Krueger with the color of the sweater vest. He was an inspo for like the pattern and everything of that. Because when I saw it, I was like, I got to get this one. I basically built his whole costume before I even brought on like the wardrobe department. I'm like, this is what he's wearing. Nice. And so like item by item. So and also I think in general, just it was I was really into blaxploitation films, commercial, any kind of media during that time. And so like a heavy inspo is definitely drawn from that as far as like the hair, mustache. Yeah.
And I have to give you a lot of credit because that song is such an earworm.
Yeah, I mean, I'm lucky I was able to I had like 2 kids to test it on, you know, like there's a few versions of the song, and I'm like, this one really just like he was immediately like singing it the next day, and we're like, when to stop. And so I'm like, okay, that one works. And just like first it was just like, friend like you is a friend like me. And I'm a terrible singer, but a lot of the I love writing jingles, and a lot of times I'll be inspired by like really 70s malt liquor commercials because of the way of the cadence of the song. Like it was just hilarious to me, and so I was like, I need to have a song like this, because I can even imagine if it was on bigger scale where like it's like almost like a gospel singing behind him, and he's leading this whole song. So yeah, I say like those are all the inspo for the music.
Nice. Yeah, and the cast is fantastic. The guy that plays Mr. Crocket, Cam Montgomery Jr., just knocks it out of the park. Oh my gosh, he is. Yeah. Because you know, he is very charismatic, but yet when you do have that turn, it's very creepy.
Yeah, definitely. I've known Cam for a while too, and he's actually been a big supporter of my films. And he's always been that charismatic guy, always great energy. I'm like, man, Cam would be a perfect like kid show host. And I think in general it would be creepy, just even like the certain tone of his voice, like yes, enthusiastic. I'm like, but damn, if that shit went left, you know, that could be real creepy. And so me and Cam really worked together on like the audition because I really wanted him to get it. So I was like really piece by piece coming out of that TV. And in general, like our inspo was like, I mean, this is like you're like rising from hell. And so that's like heavy inspo from the action to even the score during that time.
Yeah, I know, like the moment when she like drops the remote and like oh my gosh, it is so chilling. And then you like see the TV starting to like jiggle a little bit. Now that kind of segues into my next question, which is first of all, that's an amazing effect all around. Like that entire sequence is great. And I was trying to like, because I'm always like trying to figure out like how they did certain effects. And so I'm assuming when like the tighter medium shot is like a false back to the TV.
Yeah.
And then when you like pan out a little bit more, is that like a green screen situation?
So I had a really talented VFX artist, Jeff Osborne, and we basically shot it to where like the back was out with him in that TV, and then also with just the TV there and leaning in a way to where it's the same position. So he basically reattached that part to the back of the TV, so it took out the other half of the body.
Nice. Yeah, it's again, it's so effective. And I'm like, okay, I'm like, I know how they kind of did this, but then like I said, when you pull out, it's a little more complicated. And I think it's just really fantastic.
Yeah. No, thank you. I was definitely a part where I was like, because the inspo was from The Ring, but I'm like, I can't have him seamlessly come out. Like I need to have him breaking out. And I knew that was going to be like a little rough and tough on the shoot day, and it got really tight with time, but you know, I'm glad it worked out the way it did.
Nice. Now, would you like if like money was no object, would you make this into a feature film?
Yeah, I definitely would. I would even make it into like a series of features, because yeah, I mean, heavy inspo from Nightmare on Elm Street, and also like 1990s It. And so, I mean, Mr. Crocket is a guy who kind of is like immortal. And so it's not as easy to kill this person. But I do have a big world idea for this. Yeah, which, you know.
Yeah, it's great because it's one of those short films that it left me satisfied, but I was like, I definitely could use more of this, like the mythos behind that.
I'm glad. Yeah, that was my goal going into it. Definitely, and I know the team's goal as well. So I'm glad that rang through.
Yeah. Now, were you able to screen this at all, or like what is the audience feedback been so far?
It's been pretty great. I haven't had the chance to screen it, but I've sent it to a lot of friends and families, and they all loved it. They all freaked out at certain parts too. They like just the I guess the unique angle of that. And so they all wanted to see more. So nice. Yeah.
Did the kids get to see it, or maybe a little too young?
So I mean, in general, I'm also an editor. So my oldest son is like seen this so many times. He doesn't want to see it anymore. He like does like, I don't even want to see Mr. Crocket, you know? So like he still sings a song from time to time, but I think in general, my family doesn't want to see this film again.
Yeah, but I mean, it's I was checking out Cam's Facebook, and I saw a little Mr. Crocket bobblehead. That's awesome.
Yeah, so I made it for a gift for him.
Oh, nice.
Just because I mean, he's been just a big supporter of me in general, and I know this role meant a lot to him. And so I thought, you know, it'd be a nice little, like him remembering the film through this. So, yeah.
Nice. Well, hey, you know, maybe there'll be a Funko down the road. You never know.
I have a whole plan of merch and everything. If we ever
Yes.
do, like, I swear, like so many ideas. So,
yeah, I mean, you have to do a VHS like tie-in, I think.
Yeah, no, I would love to. And the thing, that's what I was saying too, like I love like those types of 70s, 80s types of promo. Like I almost made a promo for that off the bobblehead. I was so excited to get it.
Nice.
You know, yeah, I think in general, there's limitless opportunities. I'm a guy who's always on a lot of those nostalgia Instagram pages. And so I'm always getting inspired by the past and what I grew up with.
And I really appreciate the fact that you know, you're somebody that kind of thinks about not only the movie, but the marketing and, you know, what to do with it when you like release it or unleash it onto the world, you know.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate that as somebody that I think like I kind of feel like I have an aptitude for marketing. And, you know, when you're an indie creator, you kind of have to you live or die from marketing, I think.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, my 9 to 5 is I'm a marketing director for a health and wellness hydration company. And so that's like, I think that's like within my DNA. And so in general, when I was even building this, I was like, okay, this could definitely be a marketable character and someone that could be really, you could have fun with this, you know, and I think it would also resonate. And just like the fact of, I mean, this guy he takes children from people. And so just like the traumatic aspect of that, but also like just endless opportunities with the character. So
yeah, absolutely. Now, last question. What would you want audiences to take away from this short film?
I would want them to take away that because, and like I said, in the living room scene, like I've been through that scene a lot. In general, cherish the moments with your kids, and this is specifically for parents, because you never know what might happen.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope really in general, like it just like the appreciation that, you know, that we are lucky to have, they're lucky to have their parents in their lives, and the parents are fortunate enough to be able to influence and help grow these kids and grow with them. And so like, even though times may get tough, just know that like it'll get better, I think, in general. So
that's awesome. And I think that exactly comes through. And gosh, again, thank you so much. It's such a fantastic short film. Again, you can see that on Hulu as a part of their bite-sized Halloween short films. Mr. Crocket, check it out. Hopefully there'll be some merch. That's awesome.
Yeah, friend like you collection coming soon. So
there you go.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much again.
All right, Mike. Thank you.
All right, thanks. Thanks, Emma.
Thank you, love. Please send a link when you post.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Bye.
All right, bye.